Hey everyone, it's Cotton. If you're a little confused by the title of this video, I don't like Black Ops 2. It has a lot of the same problems as Modern Warfare 3 in terms of this lag compensation. You know, you shoot first but die. You aim at someone but don't get hit markers, while the other person barely even hits you and you go down. I barely ever get a red screen from damage. I usually die instantly, even if I'm around a corner. And in a game where it can take at least 3 to 4 bullets to kill someone, not getting a hit marker until your third bullet is a really big issue. You can figure that if it takes 3 bullets to kill someone, but you don't get hit markers until the third bullet, it ends up taking you twice as long to kill someone as it should, just because of lag. And you can see in this clip here from one of my live streams that I'm trying to use the Dragonfire kill streak. This is the worst thing ever. It shows the problems with this game perfectly. I barely get this kill, but here, I don't hit either of these guys. I didn't hit them once. I kill this guy, but here is a great example. I am right on target with this guy, and I didn't get a single hit. I finally kill him, but then I get shot down. And I think it's funny how the developers seem to think that this isn't an issue. In fact, it seems like the developers want us to praise them for even making it work as it does. I don't get how a game that came out in 2009 has better online play compared to a new game that should have a better understanding of the technology. Call of Duty developers like to say that something is tricky or impossible to do. I think they're lying. At least Bethesda tells us when they don't want to do something. I wasn't expecting much from Black Ops 2, either in the multiplayer or single-player aspects. I was judging my decision on getting the game based on zombies, and I eventually decided that I would get it because zombies is one of my favorite game modes to play. I thought they would have made a really good improvements and would have made it a much more fun experience, but I was wrong. First, I want to talk about some of the ideas Treyarch has implemented that I brought up in one of my videos. I talked about having a large open map, one where you can walk around and explore. They kind of did this with Transit, but there's not too much to explore out there. The next thing is vehicles. Although I wanted to crush zombies while in a tank or shoot at them from a helicopter, the bus does provide a bit of protection, I suppose, but it's not exactly what I talked about. Another thing I wanted was something that let you keep your perks and weapons after dying or getting downed. The Tombstone perk lets you get all of that back, but only after you die. Once you go down, you have to kill yourself or else you'll lose it like any other perk if you're revived. That's right. If you have Tombstone and go down and get revived, you won't have it anymore. And lastly, I talked about how it would be cool if you could make your own weapons, and they almost did this with the buildables mechanic. The main issue is that whatever you build, it doesn't last forever. In fact, they don't even last long enough to be useful at all. Sure, you can get as many as you want to without having to rebuild it, but when the riot shield will only kill about 10 to 15 zombies before it breaks, what's the point? And when you set it down to stop zombies, it will only last about 10 seconds when zombies are attacking it. The new Wonder Weapon is a buildable machine, but that also will only kill about 15 zombies before it breaks. And only one person can use it at a time. Then, once it breaks, you have to build it again. You can't even put it in the Pack-a-Punch. Once again, what's the point of going through all the trouble to build it if they only last against a few zombies? Next are the characters. Since these are the only characters you play as, I need to mention how annoying they are.
That's a hole-in-one!
Okay, that's one for you. 7.
None of them are funny, and none of them are fun to play as.
I bet that idiot Stu Licker couldn't do this.
Open wide, debtors. I'm handing out candy. Insta-kill.
It's almost embarrassing having to listen to these guys.
Stand away, necrophages! I do not wish to engage in physical activity with walking disease lockers.
Oh, I'm out of bullets! If only a big, smelly idiot would protect me!
The next annoying feature is that there are cracks in the ground and pools of lava placed around the maps. When you walk over them, you'll catch on fire. And when that happens, it will blur your vision and give you a little bit of damage. Zombies can also catch on fire if they walk over the lava or those cracks. And if you kill a zombie that's on fire, they'll blow up. The next thing is that none of the maps seem like they are catered towards survival mode. It seems like the only mode they had in mind was transit mode. These maps actually work pretty well in transit mode. They're small enough to keep the pace going. Staying on a map to get items or choosing to get on the bus for a little bit of breathing room adds a lot to the zombie experience, and I like it. I enjoy that feature of transit mode. But these maps aren't very good when you're just trying to play survival mode. Some of these maps are filled with dead ends or areas where you can't maneuver around the zombies. The bus stop doesn't have Juggernog, nor Pack-a-Punch. It doesn't have any perks, actually. The farm map has the regular 4 perks, but no Pack-a-Punch. The town map has all of the perks as well as Pack-a-Punch. So guess which is the map most people are going to play. A problem with transit mode is that it can take forever to get Juggernog. And in a game mode where you go down in 2 hits, it's really annoying when you can't get it. We finally made it to round 8 and turned the power on, but we couldn't get Juggernog yet because it's in a different map. This wouldn't be much of a problem if we could get on the bus and head straight towards that map, but the bus leaves on its own and travels to each area before it finally will be back on the map that you're on to pick you up. But you could be dead by then. Why isn't Juggernog on the bus? That way you can always get to it, but you would still need to stop on each map in order to get the less important perks. But those aren't even the biggest issues. I was playing around and I noticed that the bullets didn't really seem to be hitting where I was aiming. I was aiming at the head, but I noticed that their arms were getting shot off and blood was splattering from somewhere else other than their head. Eventually I started to test it out, and I found out that bullets do not actually go where your iron sights are aiming. When you're aiming down the sights, the bullets shoot as if you are hip firing. At first I thought it was the one gun I was using, because some guns seemed to fire where I was aiming. But as I tried more weapons from the mystery box, nearly all of them fired off target. And since I noticed some guns weren't affected, I tried some of the guns off the wall. First, I tried the MP5, and that fires where it's supposed to. I tried the M14, and that also fires where it's supposed to. Pistols work as well. I even tried a sniper, and even that fired way off target from where I wanted it to, which kind of ruins the idea of it being a sniper rifle in the first place. This makes me wonder if this is an intentional design or a bug that somehow slipped past testing, but if this is intentional, it is very, very stupid, especially considering how little ammo you get, how far away you normally shoot zombies, and how many shots it actually takes to kill a zombie on later rounds. This is the dumbest idea ever. The next issue is with Pack-a-Punch. Pack-a-Punch is a little hard to get to. And that's not a problem. I understand. Pack-a-Punch should take a little bit of work to get open at first, but once you open Pack-a-Punch, it should stay open. And that's the issue. You have to open the room to Pack-a-Punch every time you want to use it. Der Riese and Ascension are 2 of the best maps in Nazi Zombies, and one of the biggest reasons for that is because Pack-a-Punch actually stays open after you unlock it. One of the biggest draws to Nazi Zombies is the Pack-a-Punch machine. People like to use it. Why make it more difficult to access? Oh, I forgot to tell you how to even open it. Let me explain. First, you need a fully charged turbine. Remember how I said these buildable things eventually run out of a charge? Yeah, so you need a fully charged one that hasn't been used yet. And you'll need to save it until you get to the power room. Right after you drop down, turn around and you'll find this door. Place the turbine in front of it. Now, you need to go to the town map. That's where it's located. Go into the bank and throw grenades in front of the safe. Then throw another grenade at the next door, and here's the door to Pack-a-Punch. Now, if you did not place a turbine in front of the door, or if the turbine ran out of a charge, this door will be shut. If not, Pack-a-Punch is right at the end of the hall. Now, this isn't so bad. What's wrong is that the door will close if the turbine is no longer in front of the other door. So, if you want the room to stay open, you'll either have to have someone stay down there, or just keep a turbine on and open the door every time you want to use it. But what if you die? What if you lose your guns? What if the door closes? What if your team is spread out and someone can't stay in the Pack-a-Punch room? What if you run out of ammo? Eventually you'll have to get out of there. Why does Treyarch make it so hard to Pack-a-Punch a weapon? Do they not want people to do as well? Are they trying to make it more difficult so people don't get to the high rounds? That's part of what makes Zombies mode so much fun. Getting all set up, then trying to see how long you can last when you're at the best of your ability. People have fun at the higher rounds. People don't have fun getting to round 20, then dying. Getting to round 20 is just getting started. You've finally gotten all set up. You're ready to see how long you can make it once everything is available to you. Zombies in this game is a huge letdown. There's so much garbage everywhere, you can't run around the maps without getting stuck in a dead end. Turning on Pack-a-Punch is a hassle, which would be worth the effort if the room to it actually stayed open. The items you build are worthless. There's those stupid cracks on the ground that set you on fire and blur your vision. Your guns don't fire exactly where you're aiming, so you have to get up close to them if you want to hit them. But you can't do that because when they catch on fire, they blow up. So do you stand back and miss all your shots and waste ammo? Or do you choose to bite the bullet and walk over the cracks to get up close so that you can actually hit them, but then get blown up? Treyarch likes to add things to make Zombies mode more challenging, but when you only go down in 2 hits, they don't become challenges, they become annoyances. One small mistake can end hours of playtime. I was really excited for Zombies in Black Ops 2. I was looking forward to making more zombie strategy videos, but I don't know if that will happen. None of my friends are enjoying the game either. I don't think I'll be able to get them together to play Zombies like we used to. And I won't make a strategy video without 3 of my friends being a part of it. I mean, that was the point. Those were strategies that we came up with. If we do play, I'll record it and show you what we do, but I wouldn't count on that happening anytime soon. I know I'm complaining, but it's because I used to love this series. Call of Duty 4 is what got me into online multiplayer gaming. It has a special place in my heart, and seeing it go downhill disappoints me. But I guess that's what happens when you fire the 2 guys that created the multi-billion-dollar franchise. Brett Ratner may have made the highest grossing movie of the X-Men trilogy, but that's only because the X-Men series was handed to him. It was by far the worst movie of the trilogy, and just a terrible movie in general. The only reason people saw it was because of the praise of the first 2. This is the same with the Call of Duty series. It's no longer in the hands of the people who created it, only the people who were given the winning formula. And that's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for the people that create these astounding series, not copy them. I'm waiting for Bungie and Respawn Entertainment to revolutionize the online gaming experience. I've even played with my Wii U more than I've played with this game.
Oh yeah, Mario time!
Mario time is right. Goodbye, Call of Duty.